So we're going to create a Christmas scene and it's going to reference a Christmas playlist on your Sonos. It's going to turn on your Christmas lights and it's going to do all that by using your geofencing location on your phone. So when you're coming home, that's going to be the trigger for the scene to run. So we're going to do the start of this in the web UI and then we're going to do the second part in the MyNero app. So log into the web UI and then you're going to go into your Sonos device. You should have created the Sonos playlist before doing this. So once we go into settings here, we can then go into help. And then we've got our playlists that will appear here that are on your Sonos system. So this SQ Xmas code, we're just simply going to copy. So Command and C, or right click and select copy and copy that code, or just remember it and type it in a little bit later. So we're going to select back and now we're going to start creating the scenes. So select scenes and then select add a scene. So for now the scene is going to be a manual trigger and then we're going to add the geofence trigger to it later. So select next step. In step 2 we're going to click select device and then we're going to select our Christmas lights and then select next. The action we want is for the lights to switch on, so that's fine, and select validate. So that's turning the lights on. So I'm going to select next step and then I'm going to go into step 3, which is finish the scene. I'm going to select the advanced editor and then I'm going to select add an action. From this drop-down list, I'm going to select the Sonos device. So I've got 2 Sonos devices on this system, so I'm going to select the Play 5. And then from the actions, I'm going to select Play URI. In this first text box, this is where I paste in my Christmas playlist, and then I'm going to select the volume. So the volume is going to be 20. So I'm going to select Add, and I'm going to select Done. So that's added in the referencing of a playlist. So I'm going to assign this scene to living room and I'm going to call this scene Xmas mood. And then I'm going to select finish. So that's going to save the scene to my Nero controller. So what I'm going to do is just click run and make sure that that's doing what it should. So the next part of the scene is going to be taking out the smart device that's running the MyNero app. That's going to be the trigger device for the scene. So you need to just make sure that you have enabled location settings on the particular device. So first we're going to create the geofence. So go into settings and go into geofences. Select the plus on the top right hand corner of the screen to add in the geofence. Then we're going to select the arrow on the top right to find our current location. So it's just going to use the phone's location to pinpoint where you currently are, and it's going to add in that geofence. You can change the geofence name, change the radius size, you can change the radius color that it'll appear on the map as well. And just you need to make sure that this is my home is selected on the bottom of the screen. Then you select save, and now we've added in that geofence. So we're going to go back into our menu and we're going to select our scenes. And we can see our Xmas mood there is come across. So we're going to edit our Christmas scene. So we can see the manually triggered scene is already in there, but we're going to select plus, and then we're going to select location as being a trigger. And then we're going to select the geofence, and then we're going to add the one that we've already put in. So we're going to select done. And then we're going to select either when we enter or exit that geofence, which is going to be enter, and then we're going to select validate. Then we're going to finish and we're going to save that scene. So now once we are within 100 meters of home, it's going to play the Sonos music and also turn on your Christmas lights. We can always manually run the scene by clicking just the play button beside the scene as well, and then that's going to execute the scene.